Today, we are joined by the man who can quite happily hold his hand up and say, biggest selling artist of all time in the UK? That's me. Let's have a look why.
Shake it, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind.
Yes, he is a legend, Cliff, well, all the women in the audience are already doing this, I have to say, because we're all very, very happy that you're here. But tell us what classic soul track you're going to be singing for us later on, right at the end of the show.
Well, it's one of 4 of the oldies on the album, and it's called Always and Forever. I like the idea.
You've made a lot of loose women very happy saying that. Now, we have noticed, Cliff, that you've got your guitar with you. Because obviously you're performing right at the end of the show with the soul number. But we're also going to be leaving it up to our audience to decide which Cliff classic Cliff will strum for us when he joins us for a chat later on. So, to give us the options, Sir Cliff, could you just give us a little strum of option number A, option A, Move It.
Come on, pretty baby, let's move it and groove it.
Oh, they like that one, they like that one, they like that one. OK, B, Living Doll.
Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Get down.
That's a good one. And I think this is my favourite, actually. C, The Young Ones.
The young ones. Oh, darling, we're the young ones.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Cliff, for those options. But the decision is yours with our viewers. You can take your pick from A, Move It, B, Living Doll, or C, The Young Ones. If you're watching, all you have to do is go to itv.com/Loose Women and vote for the song you want to see Cliff play for us. You've got until 5 to 1 today to cast your votes. To get those votes cast now. That's Wednesday, the 16th of November. Cliff Richard, everybody, thank you. Welcome back to Loose Women. Now, it's a very special show today as we're joined by a man who's brought us over 5 decades of fantastic music. He's sold over 250 million albums and still makes time to put a twinkle in our eyes by getting his kit off for his annual calendar. Thank you, girls. Let's have a look at just why we can't get enough of Cliff Richard.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Oh, it's so lovely to have you on Loose
I
Women.
like coming to this show.
Yeah.
Is it ever going to be Loose Women and a Bloke?
It is now.
It is
today. Yes, an honourary loose man you are
thank
today.
you. Thank you.
That's all right. And the girls in the audience are really delighted to see you. They're hot to trot.
Well, I am available, but not cheap.
I'm the other way round.
Now, we said, obviously, 5 decades of music. How is it that when you look back at that, can you actually believe it's been 5 decades?
No, funnily of time, when you're younger, it seems to drag along a bit, but then you look back and you think, I still can't believe it's been 53 or so years that I started.
Because you started in the 50s, in the late 50s.
Yeah, I caught the tail end, 58.
Yeah.
So, you know, when they say I've had a #1 in each of 5 decades, I cheated by catching the last bit of the, 59 was a #1, and then, of course, it went into the 60s.
Yeah.
But, no, when I look back, it seems to have flown by, and it seems like no time at all. And I don't know how to behave anymore. I don't know. Well, because I don't...
What do you mean, behave?
Well, because I don't...
You're very well behaved.
Yeah, but I don't feel my age. You know what I mean? I often have a feeling...
Are we allowed to sit 71?
You know what it's like. I've hit 50. And...
You look amazing.
Before Susie was a baby.
But the main thing for me is that I still feel okay.
You look okay.
You know, I'm happy to go and sing and do shows and things like that, and I don't know how to be 70.
But when people keep talking about this, you know, you've been 50 years in the business, it's almost like they're talking about that as if this is the end, but it's not, is it?
No,
You're still going.
They talk about it as though it's in the past, and of course, for me, it's
Exactly.
I've never stopped working, really.
Yeah.
Well, we're the lucky ones, aren't we? You don't stop working either.
No.
I sometimes wish you would.
Have you ever tried to sort of analyse it, Cliff, as to why some people are just a flash in the pan and why this longevity over all of those decades? I mean, we know it's because you're fabulous, but I mean, you know...
Well, I mean, I have thought of it, and I've been asked about it many times, but I don't know whether there's a real answer, except that with the X Factor...
Yes, the programme.
It's a great title for it because, you know, I see some of those shows and even the losers sing well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even the people that 8 down that have lost are really fantastic singers. And I've tried with friends of mine to introduce a record by a friend, and, you know, it's really hard to get it off the ground. And I think the X Factor is a perfect title. Even you really don't know why you like somebody. You can't really put your finger completely on it. You just know that you like them.
When did you realise, back in the 50s, was it back in the 50s, when did you realise, actually, I think I've got the X Factor? Was it the Screaming Girls, or when did you think, I've got this, whatever this magic is, I've got it?
I just thought of it now. No, the funny thing is, I can't... Because someone said, what do you see in the mirror? I said, well, I certainly don't see whatever else seems... I don't see what everyone else seems to see. I don't know why I'm still here. I have no idea why I'm still here. And so for me, even, it's the X Factor. And it's good that it remains an X, because if you discovered it was the way you smiled or something, you'd go around going... the whole time, you know, and then you'd blow it.
That's what she does when she's having a photo taken. You do, don't you? Moving on. Thank you. Do your photo smile, Dancy. Go on.
Well, we said in the link there, you've sold 250 million. And I watched you on Graham Norton Plus albums, yeah.
Well, you know, that little statistic came from about 20 years ago, so I must have sold a couple of million more.
Yeah.
Just a couple of
You've
million.
got, when you had that fantastic tour, the Soulicious. Which our audience, I think, went to. And you've got the DVD out at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which was a hugely successful tour for you. As you say, you keep on working, keep on...
Well, the thing is, you've got to keep yourself interested, and if you keep yourself interested and happy, I think it spreads out over the footlights.
Yeah.
And but this particular show, I'd invited Frida Payne, Percy Sledge, Lamont Dozier, who is the man... He's the middle name of Holland, Dozier and
some
Holland.
of that, I think, to show people.
Peebo Bryson, but he wasn't there. He couldn't make it, so I got James Ingram, sang with me his song. And who was it? Oh, The Fifth Dimension.
Yes.
But you know, between us, it was a...
And they came on the whole tour with you, did you? Or on that particular
don't forget,
show?
it was only a relatively short tour. I only did 8... You know, we only decided to do the show in March, and it was a little too late to get the venues that you need. I normally start like a year and a half before, so you can get all the right venues. But anyway, it was fine. 8 was fine, although we all wept on the last night. I got an email from Frida saying, I'm having withdrawals.
So we've got a little bit to show
really?
everybody, actually. Yeah.
Running in the wheels of fortune, turning water into wine. We're gonna take love and make it shine. We're gonna have peace in our time. We're never gonna break down these walls, and never build a prison with the stone. 'Cause you and I know what love is worth. We're gonna build heaven on the earth.
Absolutely. Legend amongst legends.
Well, the thing is, I felt really, really wonderful because on the album there are like 10 or 11 of these iconic, you know, the Temptations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temptation style. I can't talk today.
Stylistic.
We do that to people.
I'm sounding 70. Temptation Stylistics, Brenda Holloway, Candy Staton,
Yeah.
Peebo, of course, and Roberta Flack.
Peter Flack.
Yes.
Kim Weston. I saw them all at
fantastic
after the
names.
David Guest premiere as well. And I couldn't believe they were the real people
I know.
on the stage. They were talking about you. Frida Payne looks. She was about 25. Amazing.
She looks and sings. Well, they all sing really
Jackie
well.
Graham. She's a fan of the show. Jackie.
Oh, Jackie, yeah. Jackie and I used to... Oh, we had such a time on stage. She called me her baby. Oh. And when she finished her bit, she used to say, look after my baby.
And you're
I
saying with
love
Frida on
particularly-
here when you were on last.
Yeah,
weren't
the
you?
last time I came on here,
Yeah.
Frida was here. Frida came
Yes.
over
Yeah,
and she
Frida sang.
only arrived
Yeah.
the day before,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's
She was a
right.
real trooper, you know. It's really tough to come over, have an 8-hour time deficit, and still be able to sing like that.
Do you know what must be wonderful as well is because I was very honoured to do this charity gig with Cliff a few weeks ago in Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a very some of the girls are here. And it was a very intimate thing. There was only about 200, mostly women there. And I was stood down the front with your lovely sister Joan, and there was 200 women around you, and Cliff was just playing acoustically. It was amazing. And I was sort of singing along like this, and I looked around. And every single one of them just had these tears. And I just thought,
It was that
I
bad.
wish I had that.
But you're in the news again.
Sorry, darling.
You're in the news again today, aren't you?
I heard about. I haven't seen
Yes.
it though, but I was doing some interviews yesterday, and they were talking about a new radio station.
Yeah.
It's called
And-
Absolute Radio 60s. It says it's the sound of the swinging 60s. And they say that they're not going to play your records, apparently. This is what they
Fury.
say.
There's your
This is
fury.
what they've said.
I
Okay,
think it's a
they've
great
said
scam. Don't you think it's a
Cliff
scam?
enjoyed chart success. Yeah, just quite a few
Just a
number
bit.
ones, you know. But we believe, I'm reading what they're saying, not what we're saying, but we believe timeless acts of the decade that remain relevant today are bands like the Beatles, the Stones, the Doors, the Who, and Aretha Franklin. But
Cliff's still here.
Biggest UK
It's quite
selling
trendy,
artist.
isn't it, to not play your records?
Well, I mean, in a funny, strange way, they're using me to advertise their station, and I hope they're going to be really successful. Because they're like about to say, well, you know, would they have done it without me? And the answer is probably no. But
now,
but
you might remember at the top of the show, we asked you which Cliff classic you'd like Cliff to perform on his guitar for us here today, and you had the choice of Move It, Living Doll, or The Young Ones. The results are in on our online poll, and the winning song is, with 44%,
Our new theme tune.
The Young Ones. So that's what we want to hear. Cliff, is that
what, right now?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Fine, no,
yes,
it's fine.
please.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I promise
glad.
not to sing along.
Pardon?
I promise not to sing along.
Oh, no,
'cause
you
I
can if you
can't.
like. I mean, I always like to dedicate this to all the young folks. You know,
Yeah.
like everybody beneath the age of 72. OK. We haven't had a sound check, but... The young ones, darling, we're the young ones. And young ones shouldn't be afraid to live, love, while the flame is strong. For we may not be the young ones very long. All together, Carol. Tomorrow, why wait until tomorrow? Because tomorrow sometimes never comes. So love me. There's a song to be sung, and the best time is to sing it while we're young. All together now. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? They're that young dreams should be dreams together. And young hearts shouldn't be afraid. And someday, when the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own. One more time in the middle. Well, once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see that young dreams should be dreams together? And young hearts shouldn't be afraid. And someday, when the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own. Thank you.
It's break time now, but welcome back to Wednesdays with Women, where we're delighted to be joined by the one and only Cliff Richard. Who we have managed to confuse already.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't believe it. I sang The Young Ones, and then you all cheered like mad, and she leaned over and she said, oh, sitting next to Cliff singing The Young Ones was like an out-of-body experience, which I thought was quite a nice line. And then this arm went like that, and Carol said, was that one of the new songs?
Say that about the new ones, the young ones.
I felt a bit embarrassed because I wasn't singing along and I don't know the words, so I pretended.
We have been besieged.
She tried to convince me it's before her time.
Yeah, she's like that, you know, Cliff. I'd watch that. But we have been besieged by viewers, all Cliff fans, with questions and all sorts of emails for you. So I've got the first question to read out, which is from Karen, and she says, go on, Cliff, tell us your secret for staying so young-looking. What's the secret?
Look, I think if there's a secret at all, it's to do with genes. You know, my mother, until she had dementia and died, she was always she looked so good right the way through. And I've got 3 sisters, and they all look good, so I'm hoping like mad it's genes. But you can help yourself. You girls know. You can go to gymnasiums and work out a little bit.
Yeah.
You can diet and keep fit.
Well, you eat quite carefully, though, don't you?
Well, mine's become a lot easier. My regime is based on what's good for my blood type, which is an A-type blood. And so I keep within that, and I can now have kind of 3 meals a day, and nothing seems to change. It's great.
Really? I didn't know about the blood type diet thing.
Yeah, it depends on... If you're going to try it, I would pray now that you're O. Because
Right,
O...
Because I have pies.
Pies, I thought you said piles.
Do you know what I think is fantastic?
Back to the real thing.
Look at this, girls. At the age of... to have a calendar like this is fantastic. And they're huge sellers, these calendars, aren't they?
Well, they've become something really... Oh, yeah, I know. Look at that. I know, that was... I went to Florida, to Orlando, to do this, and in a way, it's getting more and more difficult as to what to do next year.
Yeah.
And it suddenly came up, Orlando were wonderful to me. They organised all the different places to go and be photographed, and kept me at the Rock and Roll Hotel. It was great. So, I don't know what I'll do next year, but really, it's just a matter of... It's difficult. Once this face is smiled like that, there's not much else you can do with it. So if I can think of new ideas as to where I could go...
You're an astronaut.
Oh, my God.
Well, that was a...
Kennedy Space Centre. Formula racing driver.
I know.
Basketball player.
Calendar next year with us.
You could
There
see...
you are, basketball player.
I know, but this is... Well, this is why, of course, people like to go to Orlando. And it is a brilliant place to go.
Fantastic.
Cliff, it's been fantastic to have you on the programme today.
Oh, it's been
You're
my
going
pleasure.
to perform a soul classic for us in just a second.
I've got
aren't you?
piles of songs, but I'm only going to do...
Thank you. And that is all we've got time for today, but make sure you're here for your Thursday helping of Loose Women tomorrow, when we'll be getting all the latest X Factor gossip from Ollie Murs, and Dancing on Ice champ Sam Atwater will also be here. And don't think the celebrities stop there either, as on the way on Friday are Bradley Walsh, who we saw earlier, and the Saturdays those girls are in. But now, Cliff Richard singing the soul classic, and we all love it, don't we, girls? Always and forever.
Always and forever, each moment with you. It's just like a dream to me that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same, 'cause we've got a life of love that won't ever change. And every day, love me your own special way, melt on my heart away with a smile, and take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. I'll always love you forever. Oh, baby, I know there'll always be sunshine when I look at you. It's something I can't explain. It's just the things that you do. And if you get lonely, baby, phone me and take a second to give to me that magic you make, so that every day you love me your own special way, melt on my heart away with a smile, and take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. I'll always love you forever.
Well, it's an all-female battle on the property front this afternoon as 4 ladies from South London take up the Neighbourly Challenge. But who's going to grab that grand? May the best house win is here at 2, right after the news next.